Hello YouTube, Dallas Gamer here with another World of Tank video. Now I've been playing Arc Raiders and I hope you guys kind of knew that. And I've been enjoying that game. I'm planning to make more videos about that game because that game is very enjoyable, especially the fact that I have a little history with Call of Duty DMZ from Modern Warfare 2. But sadly, when Modern Warfare 2 was technically discontinued, the game developers they didn't like bother with the DMC game mode of that, and it pissed off a lot of fans. But luckily, because of the outcry of that gaming community, people now their voices has been heard, and Modern Warfare 4 announced that they will have DMC 2.0 because extraction shooter is getting more popular. But enough of the other topics. What I want to discuss is the subject of this video, which is World of Tanks. Now, here in the very first footage that you see here, a winter raid of a holiday Christmas special. And instead of me making this video and of course posting this video, Christmas technically is over. And of course this game mode, winter raid, is over. But I'm very glad that I did everything and unlock all of its, unique gifts as long as you keep playing the game and unlock it. This game mode encouraged me to get the BZ-75, which is the tier 10 BZ rocket tank. And me personally, no regrets. Matter of fact, I'm loving the BZ. So much so that I'm honestly enjoying it a lot. Like, this tank is like my go-to tank. Now, just a little recap of why I enjoy this game. It's because I love tanks. I love the engineering mechanic, the Marvel mechanics of tanks itself. It's basically an artillery gun on tracks with heavy armor that's capable of absorbing damage and of course delivering back, hence the word tank. But my most favorite type of tank in war tanks is heavy tanks. And why? Because they embody what a tank is supposed to be. A tank that's capable of absorbing damage and delivering back. But I will admit I do love tanks that are unique, special, and a little bit on the weird side. And the BC-75 is no exception. A while back I made a funny video about me, I like being weird, and I got the premium tank XM66F. It was definitely a weird American tank, and I like it. I like being weird, but in a good way. Now, the BC-75 is also a weird tank, but in its own unique, autistic way, because the BZ is definitely not a normal tank, and I kind of like it. Matter of fact, I like it so much so that I dare say that I like the BC more than the American E5 heavy tank. Now, the E5 heavy tank, don't get me wrong, it's a very good tank. Matter of fact, it's a jack of all trades heavy tank, and I really do love versatile heavy tanks. But the BC-75 is designed for a particular role in its own unique way. It's definitely versatile, like it's capable of shooting targets far away, it's capable of going, somewhere in good mobility, like a medium tank, because of its rockets. But its main role is to be a frontal assault tank. And me personally, I love being aggressive. I love being tanky, but also aggressive. And the BC-75 is basically a brawler tank. Now, the OG brawler tank is the IS-7. And what I love about the IS-7 is that it's mobile, like a medium tank, but it has impenetrable turret armor. The frontal hull armor, especially in the upper plate, is still good enough to bounce shot, but it is weak enough to get hit by it. Same thing with many other tanks, by the way, especially the mouse. The mouse has a fantastic. Actually, no, the mouse. Forgive me what I said, guys. The mouse is a bad comparison because the mouse, it Its weakness, instead of the cupola, is definitely the cheeks of the turret. Now, the BC75 is the exact opposite. It has three cupolas at the top, but two of them in the front. It's definitely a weak spot, and it has a weird rectangle weak spot in the middle of the two cupolas. But the cheeks, oh my goodness, it's fantastic. It's over 300 millimeters, and it's angled at a certain way that, yeah, other heavy tanks, their HE shell is not going to pen that. Only the tank destroyers with very high penetration will be able to pen that. And as for the upper plate, the V shape is very strong, but around the V shape of the upper plate is very weak. Now, why is this kind of important? It's because I kind of like this. I like the intention of the developers of giving us a weird but unique and good heavy tank in its own way that feels special but not overpowered and not weak. The BC75 is definitely not weak, but at the same time, it's not overpowered. If you play its strength right, it will definitely works wonder. But it is specialized to be a frontal assault tank. That right there is what I love. I love being aggressive, I love being a frontal assault tank, and I love being tanky. So it does capable of bouncing shot. In matter of fact, I had good games where I bounced a lot of shots, but at the same time, I should not over rely on the armor because I could get wrecked, I could get destroyed. Basically, what I'm getting at, guys, is that I'm loving this tank, and because of the rockets, it's a fantastic rammer. Matter of fact, in the first footage that you're gonna see of me playing the BC75, I literally did no damage with the cannon, but I end up doing over 500 damage just by ramming. Just by ramming. And that was my first game and my first victory on this tank, so talk about good luck. And then in the next footage, what you're gonna see here, also, you might notice I've been admiring about this new skin. This new skin is called the Coast Guard, and you could get it from the Christmas boxes. So yes, I got the Christmas boxes and I got the skin, and I'm very happy about it because it makes it less Chinese nationalist and more what it is, a tank, more a little Americanized tank. Don't worry, guys, I'm not that biased with nationalities, but I do love the looks of it, of the Coast Guard, and it makes the tank more battle hardened. And as you can see here, guys, I've been very cautious and conservative with my rockets because that's how I play. I am very conservative with my rockets, and I love using the rockets during fights, not before or after, during fights. So because of that, it makes me more unpredictable, and I think that's the way to play aggressively when it comes to playing aggressive tanks. You have to be a little unpredictable and a little thought provoking when it comes to how you could engage your enemies. But at the same time, be a little patient because if you go out in the open, obviously you're gonna get hit. And when you get hit, don't over rely on your armor because even the best mouse player will know not to over rely your armor. I learned that the hard way when it comes to heavy tanks. But yeah, the BC75, out of all heavy tanks, I think I found my personal heavy tank that I love playing, and that is the BC75. The BC75 is definitely my go to, my main heavy tank, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it. And the BC75 is unique, weird, autistically weird, but in a good way, and I like that. I like being weird. Well, guys, but of course, I like being weird in a good way. Well, guys, all I'm saying is that I'm loving this tank, and you're gonna see me play more of it, especially in competitive. Well, guys, I'm gonna end it here. Caldales Gamer, over and out, and please leave a like, subscribe, all that jazz. And more importantly, leave a comment down in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts about what's your favorite heavy tank and why it suits your playstyle. For me, it's definitely the BC75, and I'm loving way more than IS-7 or the E5, the American E5 heavy tank. Well, guys, thank you for watching. Over and out.